I don't know if this situation is always badly written or if I'm just super paranoid. But you know that phrase, look a gift horse in the mouth? No, totally look a gift horse in the mouth. I wouldn't believe it was a succubus, but I would definitely think I was about to get carjacked. Welcome to the heart of the stories we tell. My name is Rob, and tonight I will be reviewing Episode 4 of Midnight Texas, Sexy Beast. Hey, I've been called that. Okay, no, I haven't, but whatever. The show is still on an upward trend. I did totally say in the first episode that there were some problems, and I'm still not 100% on board with everything. But tonight seems to have flown into a Monster of the Week type scenario with just ongoing subplots, and I kinda like that. So let's get started. So once again, it's stop. Spoiler time. So after last week ended with the Angel's truck the way it was, there were a whole bunch of questions, but we ignore that as we start off with the silly succubus, the one that is capable of seducing men because men are stupid and all think with their penis. I have to admit, early on they make a few off-color jokes, a few this, a few that, but one of the funniest was, "You want to come with me? Why? Oh, we're gonna go to lady night at the bar." Huh, I'll explain on the way. And that brings us to one of our subplots. Well, maybe ongoing plots. The ability of our favorite vampire to absorb the actual emotions gives our assassin friend here the ability to not feel her emotions. That's a pretty interesting parlor trick, and I have to say, seeing her work was interesting. I did like the fact that she made it look like an accident. So often assassins in shows just are, hey, I shot from a distance, or I stabbed the guy, and I'm like, yeah, you do realize that police go after you and call you a serial killer in that case, right? But back to our main plot, and me having to fight the urge to tell a joke that starts with a vampire, an assassin, a psychic, and an angel walked into a bar. Which reminds me, do we actually know what the guy that runs the pawn shop is? For some reason in my head I thought he was a werewolf, but then no, that was the Reverend who was the werecat, so is he maybe just a really badass human? Gonna have to stick a pin in that one. Maybe I'm just forgetting something from the first episode. Either way, the episode goes pretty much how you would expect it to go, with the mixture of jokes and them hunting down the succubus. However, there are a few things that are thrown in just to give you a little bit of pause. Left in the bar totally gives away the fact that there are still going to be repercussions from last week's episode. And like I said, having running subplots is an awesome idea and something that I totally approve of. A couple other cool moments in the bar itself. One, just the fact that they showcase the fact that trying to find a blonde in the middle of a Texas bar is not going to exactly narrow your choices. And two is our main hero, main protagonist at least, our psychic. He does this thing where when the guy's about to punch him and you think it's about to be your standard bar brawl, he diffuses the situation. He thinks quick, he uses emotional manipulation, and those are normally not traits we associate with male heroes, and ones that I totally approve of using in this case. His quick thinking and MacGyverism saves the day also in the final fight with the succubus. Now, to be honest, if you saw the preview from last week, you knew, I'd say, three-quarters of what was going to happen in this episode, because it really gave away most of it, but so do most previews nowadays, so I guess I can't really say too much about that. But we even saw her, if you look at those flashes, how it was going to end with her all ugly and all before she got burned to death. So, all in all, I liked the episode. I liked where they took a lot of the things. There were a lot of good little moments in there, but it was mostly Monster of the Week. And again, not a dig. I liked Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and it was almost all Monster of the Week. Hell, I liked Friday the 13th, the series, and that was even beyond Monster of the Week. The only thing that I felt left a little to be desired was that they had this opportunity with Leth telling the succubus, "You suffer from the same thing I do," and having him in the bar at that moment wanting to drink the blood. Do you think that there was more they could have done with the idea of, are we going the wrong route here? Should we be helping these people? Was the succubus really just a monster, or was she also a victim that needed to be saved? a victim of her own hunger, a victim of being what everyone thought she should be. Then again, maybe I'm thinking too cerebral about this. Maybe the fact that she is a monster, and she really was a monster that killed people, was enough of a justification. Either way, there's one last thought I have. We now have 3 couples on the show: vampire and assassin, Bobo and witch. I really gotta figure out if I missed a scene where we found out what he was. And our psychic and the girl that runs the counter. Which one do you think is the best? Personally, I think anything dealing with Lef is awesome because the actor playing Lef is awesome. So, Assassin Vampire has my vote. But I'd love to hear yours down in the comment section. And if you comment, maybe I'll discuss it next week before we start the spoiler section. But for now, I'd like you to like this video and share it if you enjoyed my ramblings as much as I enjoy giving them. And of course, if you haven't already, or if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and enable alerts. Help me build my channel up, because what I'm trying to do is build a community here. One where we can talk and discuss and just have fun watching stories, reading stories, and come a little closer to figuring out why we tell stories the way we do, and maybe even guess at what's going to come up in stories later on, as we walk through the heart of the stories we tell. I hope you have a good night, and thanks for watching.